Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brett Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Duren in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Nets, others started slow. Which camp did you fall in?
Well, I appreciate the question, Kevin. I just personally wanted to come into the season ramped up and ready to go, in great shape, and just setting a tone for the year. That not only does it for me, but I think it does something for your teammates. But there's another side to this. The seasoning of a player is also important. A guy 10 years into the league, they're going to work themselves into a lather, and given the level of contribution that they make to the team, they'll be ready when the moments are biggest.
He's a big combo guard, and Ivy plays with no fear in there.
Outside Thomas. Back to Schroeder. There's the 3. Thompson with the rebound. Harris outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
This speaks to how confident Tobias Harris is in his offensive game, ready to shoot as soon as that ball reaches him.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to catch up with Brooklyn's head coach. We talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean you have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams, too. Everything is on the table tonight. We'll see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
All right, David, thanks.
And you look at combo forwards that can help you provide some spacing out there. Harris right now spotting up and hitting.
Schroeder looking around. Driving in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Schroeder's got his second. Here's Stewart. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. Schroeder with the ball. Pass to Claxton. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. Okay, they say it was last touched by Ivy.
Great energy on the deflection, and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Now here's Johnson. No scoring in this one.
And the three-pointers just not falling for them early.
That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Claxton against Cunningham. No good. That miss takes him to 3 for 7.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's Schroeder. Rebound by the Pistons. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Yeah, the last game, it felt like they were just feeding off of what they were doing defensively, forcing a lot of those turnovers, and that helps build your defensive confidence.
Now here's Thompson after the miss from Dennis Schroeder. High post shot.
Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
Here's Thomas. A slam dunk by Thomas.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Detroit with the ball, following the bucket by the Nets. Here's Thompson. An easy 2 points on the layup. Thompson's got his second bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Schroeder outside. No good on the triple. Detroit leading by 7. Ivy with it. And Cameron Thomas picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Brooklyn making some changes. Bogdanovich is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Hayes comes in for Thomas. And Simmons subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And then for Detroit, Reedy's checked in for Duren. Fontecchio's coming in for Thompson. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Cade Cunningham. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you. Now here's Simmons. Kicks it out to Johnson. Lets the 3 fly. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That is his first foul of the game.
It's what makes Johnson so difficult to guard. He's got that quick trigger.
There's a check in for Detroit.
Now into the lineup for the Pistons. Number 12, Tobias Harris.
The Brooklyn Nets come into this one following a loss to the Bulls.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
For Jaden Ivey, the offense, Brent, looks great. Defensively, though, there's a lot to improve on.
Well, sometimes as an individual defender, you can look worse because the team defense isn't there. And so there's been sort of this reflective quality about that. But for Jaden to take on or take the next step, certainly defensively, with all of that athletic ability, he could be elite on that end of the floor.
Here's Ivey following the bucket by the Nets. Pass to Harris. Shoots over Johnson. Simmons pulls it in.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Johnson, the pass to Finney-Smith. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Stewart's got his 4th rebound in this one. Fontecchio is covered by Bogdanovich. Goes up from the top of the key. The shot by Ivey, no good.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you want him taking that kind of shot. Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
The Pistons shooting their first foul shot of the game. That's good from Harris.
He's just one of those veterans you can count on from the line. Harris really makes an impact from the stripe.
Cade Cunningham's checked in for Ivey. Now here's Cunningham. 6 points for him. Here's Stewart. Hardaway from outside trains the 3-pointer. Hardaway has got 6.
That's one of Tim Hardaway Jr.'s favorite shots. Not just the ones that go in, but from that spot on the floor.
Now Simmons. Pass to Hayes. A 3. And it's Fontecchio with the rebound. Here's Hardaway. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Tobias Harris, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Pistons. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Now here's Hayes. He has yet to score, and Thomas has it in the corner. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Detroit's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. And the rejection by Claxton. Outside for Thomas. 3-pointer. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got his 4th rebound in this one. Fontecchio passes to Cunningham. Hardaway for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. He's got 12.
A little bit of breathing room, and Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to look right to the rim.
Pass to Finney-Smith, looking to end the run. Duren pulls it in. Detroit leading by 10. And it's Fontecchio in the corner. Another three for Detroit.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
The Nets shooting at 51%. Really solid. Outside Thomas. And the layup's good off the glass. Thomas got 26 points.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And here are the Pistons now. They're on a 15-6 run. Pass to Stewart. Now here's Cunningham. Guarded by Simmons. It's Cunningham with the drive. Good defense by Claxton. Here's Hayes. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Hayes has got it back down to within single digits for the Nets.
Like to see more of that from Hayes, leaning into his confidence when he's playing in that area on the floor.
Cunningham against Simmons. And the rejection by Claxton. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. So for the Nets, Johnson, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Bogdanovich comes in for Hayes. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Simmons. Detroit also making some changes. Tobias Harris is checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for Fontecchio. And it's Jaden Ivey in for Hardaway. Nets trail by 9. Schroeder outside. Drives to the hoop. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
And even though Schroeder might be on the light end of things when it comes to his weight, he remains relentless driving towards the basket.
Cunningham for 3. A rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Detroit leading by 5. Cunningham dishes it to Thompson. Goes up the baseline. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. That's now 8 points for Jaden Ivey.
Too smooth from the mid-range. Defenders can't let Ivey get comfortable from there.
Johnson outside. The tray. Rebounded by the Pistons. Duren's got his 6th rebound on the night.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Down low and taken away by Johnson.
I don't like that decision there on the entry pass. Not with the defender right there ready to pick it off.
It'll go, and the Detroit lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Schroeder.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Ivey finds Cunningham. Johnson against Harris. Back to Cunningham. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Thomas passes to Bogdanovich. The Nets working the ball around now. Johnson from outside. Thompson with the rebound.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 10-2 run here. Claxton the pass to Bogdanovich. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I like that Johnson keeps his intensity. He doesn't let the foul stop him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one falls for Johnson. He's off on the second. And it's Harris with the ball for Detroit. They've led by as many as 14 points.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Schroeder with the ball. He's got 10. Outside Thomas. Launches it. Sinks the triple. Thomas got 29.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
For Detroit, they have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. Fires from way outside. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's the Detroit Pistons with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back to the action in just a minute.
Hey folks, welcome to the halftime show. A lead right now in this one for the Detroit Pistons.
You'll see teams attempt to space the floor, but these guys really do it. They've got great shooters who take great shots.
And a few times, even when they didn't have a good look, they made it look good.
And now we get to check out the top performers from their respective teams in that first half.
These two guys have been very competitive with one another. Fans are getting their money's worth right now.
That said, I feel like the guy who can incorporate his teammates in the second half, he's got the best chance to walk away with the W.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Got a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Monday, they'll defend home court against the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Friday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Boston Celtics.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Hardaway's checked in for Cunningham.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Hardaway kicks to Ivy. Puts up a 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And, guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Now here's Schroeder. He's got 13. Driving the lane. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Pass to Stewart. And here's Ivy. Harris outside. And slam dunk by Harris.
Harris with a head of steam, put his head down, and then put the ball down.
Nets trail by 17. Schroeder outside. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Beautiful timing, execution, great move to the rack.
And the Pistons with possession here. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Out to Harris. Back to Ivy. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Outside, Simmons. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Brownie's checked in. And a switch here also for Detroit. Simone Fontecchio. He's checked in for Duren. Now here's Schroeder. 15 points in the game. Now here's Ivy. Going inside. Good. Ivy's got 12 points in just the second half. Nets trail by 19. Pass to Finney-Smith. Schroeder outside. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
Now, here's Ivy. 20 points for him. With the drive. Plays it up and banks it in. Ivy's got 22 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Hardaway with it. 15 points in the game. Ivy on the wing. Shoots over Schroeder. The shot by Ivy, no good. Nets trail by 17. Here's Hayes. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists in the game. And, well, Detroit shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Brooklyn's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. And stolen by Ivy. Now Detroit moving it up. Fontecchio passes to Hardaway. Ivy kicks to Hardaway. The rebound by the Nets. Simmons left side. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Harris.
And you love when Simmons plays with aggression inside because it really forces the D to adjust.
And he can't get the first one. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Paul Reed's checked in for the Pistons. Cunningham comes in for Jaden Ivey. Good on the second free throw. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Cunningham against Schroeder. Fires from the line. And good as it rattles through the hoop. Cunningham's got 22 points.
A good eye from the mid-range. It's part of what makes Cunningham so dangerous.
Tries it from 19. So good that time.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Reed, that's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Reed's got his first points of the game.
Just flat-out playmaking from Cade. This is why he was picked first overall.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Takes it from 10, and Detroit again with the bucket.
Sometimes you like to see guys go with the bounce pass, threading it through there perfectly.
From deep three-point territory. And so it's the Detroit Pistons holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability.
Detroit's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the 5. There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
Gotta do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
The shot by Watford, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Now, here's Milton. Lays it up off the glass.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Thompson passes to Stewart. Ivy on the wing. Thompson sets the pick for Ivy. Williams with the steal. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Beyond the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
And looking at the stats, Bojan, one of the more prolific corner three shooters, he loves that spot.
And he drives in, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. Brent, of all the things I could ask you, I've thought about this one. What would you say is the most important thing a team has to do to be an NBA champion?
Kevin, it's pretty simple. Accept your role. And when that happens, stars will be stars, and role players will be there to support the stars in any way they possibly can. But to accept your role and to sacrifice for the good of the team, it's going to give you a chance to hold that trophy.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
He misses the free throw.
It felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Detroit making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in, and the second free throw, good.
Well, the work ethic from Ivy is something that has gone unquestioned in his young career.
Schroeder outside Thomas. Over Ivy. Rebound, Detroit. Pass to Harris. Hits the jumper in space. Harris has got 16 points here in the second half.
Well, Tobias Harris showing off his versatility as a combo forward. Does a little bit of everything offensively.
It's Thomas on the wing. Ivy defending. Thomas, no good. Hardaway against Schroeder. Fontecchio passes to Harris. There's the lob to the hoop. And finished off by Fontecchio.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Detroit.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Tobias Harris.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Johnson for 3, buries it from 3-point range.
Well, we've seen Schroeder stepping up more as a distributor, leading this ball club now.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Schroeder against Ivy. And a miss there on the triple.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
Now, here's Thomas. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Tobias Harris.